Listen, what if normal is just where you stand? Around the world, the same body tells different stories. Have you ever wondered how something so ordinary in one corner of our world can seem so extraordinary in another? What we consider normal is often just a reflection of our own surroundings, a quiet agreement we've made with the people around us. Consider the simple, universal act of how we choose to cover our bodies. It's a decision we make every day, often without a second thought. In one place, a bustling city, people might be wrapped in many layers of fabric, a shield against the chill or the anonymous rush of the crowd. In another, a sun-drenched beach, people might feel comfortable with very little, embracing the warmth of the sun on their skin. In a quiet forest clearing, people might be at ease in nature, finding a deeper connection to the world around them. Each of these scenarios is perfectly normal within its own context, a natural and unspoken part of daily life. This journey is a quiet exploration of places and cultures where the human body is not something to be hidden or concealed, but is simply and respectfully part of the everyday world we all share. It's a perspective rooted in tradition, community, and a different understanding of self. This exploration is not about shock or surprise, nor is it a judgment on any one way of life. Instead, it is an invitation to look with gentle curiosity, to broaden our own definitions of what is natural. Together, we will travel across continents, visiting communities both ancient and modern. From the steamy, communal saunas of the north. So, what do we truly mean when we say normalized nudity? It's a concept that reaches far beyond a simple definition, touching upon culture, community, and our personal sense of self. The phrase might sound clinical, like a term from a textbook, but its meaning is rooted in something profoundly human, a shared sense of ease, trust, and profound acceptance. It describes a state where the uncovered body, within specific and understood contexts, does not cause alarm or discomfort, does not trigger feelings of shame or vulnerability, and is not automatically filtered through a lens of sexual association. In these spaces, it is simply part of the ordinary fabric of life. This can manifest in small, intimate ways: a family sharing a bath, a tradition passed through generations, or on a grander scale, an entire community participating in ancient rituals, or going about daily activities with little or no clothing, dictated by climate and custom. The key is not an absence of rules, but rather a different set of social agreements built on mutual respect. Here, the body is viewed through a different lens, not as an object of desire or a source of embarrassment, but as a natural, functional, and integral part of being alive in the world. It's about comfort, connection, and belonging. Our journey begins in the cool, forested landscapes of Northern Europe, in Finland. Here, an ancient tradition lies at the heart of culture, the sauna. For Finns, the sauna is not a luxury, it is a necessity, a place for physical and spiritual cleansing. A weekly ritual shared with family, with friends, and sometimes even with colleagues. Clothing is shed as naturally as taking off a heavy coat in a warm home. A cornerstone of social life stretching back centuries. Inside, the mood is peaceful reverence. People sit on benches, casting water on stones, to release loyally. Conversations are soft, the space equalizing and calm. Then comes the cold, stepping into crisp air, rolling in snow, or a dip in an icy lake, invigorating body and soul. Let us travel from northern forests to the sunlit shores of the Pacific Islands. For generations, life has been tied to sea and land. Warm climates made extensive clothing unnecessary and impractical. Before traders and missionaries arrived, it was common for people to wear very little. In parts of Polynesia, Melanesia, Micronesia, bare chests for women and simple loincloths for men were often daily norms. Clothing from bark, leaves, woven fibers, for ceremony, status, protection. The body was a canvas. Tatau told lineage, rank, and achievement. European contact brought new ideas of modesty and shame, and new dress. Today, contemporary dress prevails, yet festivals and stories preserve older views. A perspective that sees the human form as natural, no more shameful than a tree or a stone on the beach. Our journey now takes us to Japan, a land where ancient tradition and modern life are woven together in a seamless tapestry. Here, the connection between nature, ritual, and daily existence is profound. Across this volcanic archipelago, thousands of natural hot springs, or onsen, bubble up from the earth. These geothermal waters are not just for bathing. They are cherished as places of healing, community, and quiet reflection, deeply embedded in the nation's cultural identity. Like Finnish saunas, onsen are traditionally enjoyed without clothing. However, the experience is governed by a distinct and deeply respected etiquette, a set of rituals that transform a simple bath into a meditative practice. The most important rule is to cleanse thoroughly before soaking. The communal bath is for soaking only, never for scrubbing. Low stools, faucets, and wooden buckets are provided for this essential pre-soak ritual. This shared understanding ensures the water remains pure for everyone, and the atmosphere stays respectful and serene. Only after washing completely do you enter the soothing heat. Inside, a quiet calm prevails. Voices are kept low, movements are gentle. The focus shifts from the physical body to a state of inner calm and contemplation. In this context, nudity becomes incidental, a simple uniform of shared vulnerability. The landscape and the silence take center stage, inviting you to simply be present. This emphasis on cleanliness echoes deep-seated Shinto values of purity, or kegare, where washing the body is a way to purify the spirit. For visitors, this can be a profound shift in perspective, a letting go of self-consciousness in favor of a shared, meditative stillness. Through this careful balance of ritual and respect, public nudity in Japan becomes a practice that is calming, orderly, and entirely non-sexual. In parts of the Amazon and certain remote regions of Africa, life is woven tightly with nature. Heat and humidity make extensive clothing impractical. Here, partial or full nudity has long been a simple, logical adaptation. Ingenuity thrives. Identity is expressed beyond fabric. Paints and pigments signal ceremony, readiness, belonging. Scarification, piercings, feathers, seeds, shells, a language on the skin. Bodies appear matter-of-factly in the context of work, family, and community life. Children learn from the start that this is normal. Yet outside pressures introduce new values and new shame. Many adopted Western clothing. Some traditions persisted in isolation. A fluid boundary between self and environment remains. Here the body is celebrated by honest presence, a quiet harmony with the world. Why do attitudes toward the body differ so widely? There is no single thread, but a complex tapestry woven over millennia. Climate shapes need, cover in cold, lightness in heat. History, religion, and ideas flow as powerfully as trade winds. Traditions of modesty and purity anchor many faiths, covering as piety, respect, community. Colonial expansion carried norms abroad, labeling others uncivilized. Manufactured textiles and new economies reshaped dress. Dress codes enforced by law, mission, and social pressure. Traditions faded in public, yet culture adapts and persists. Modern movements reframed bodies as natural, healthy, and free, in designated spaces. The conversation keeps evolving. Past, present, tradition, choice. Our journey spans steam and sun, markets and mountains. We learned that reasons for normalized nudity are many. Practicality and climate, rituals that cleanse body and spirit, and social harmony where the body is simply part of daily life. Context and shared rules create comfort without judgment. The lesson is perspective. What feels normal depends on culture and history. Learning about others invites us to examine our assumptions, to see the body without anxiety, as the form that carries us through life. Respect unlocks understanding, gentle curiosity over quick judgment. In that quiet shift of perspective, we find deeper connection to the world and to ourselves.